Hi folks, good evening. Back again for episode 46 this time. We're heading on to towards a year. Frightening stuff, but we're still here to tell the tale. And thank you for joining us this evening. We have a few on board, Kathleen, yeah?
We have a few on board.
Thank you so much, folks. That was an old Appalachian banjo fiddle tune called Old Joe Clark. I will do a seafaring song for Heather C. Reid, one of a couple this evening. We'll probably have another night of sea songs in the not too distant future. We need to sail back from where we sailed out from. Kathleen, we've been away for 5 or 6 weeks. We need to sail back home.
Absolutely.
It was Friday morning when we set sail, and we were not far from the land. But our captain, he spied a mermaid so fair, with a comb and a glass in her hand. Come on, and the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow, and we poor sailors are skipping up the top, while the landowners lie down below, 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 while the landowners lie down below. Then up spoke the captain of our gallant ship, and a fine-spoken man was he. This fishing mermaid has warned me of her doom. We shall sink to the bottom of the sea, and the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow. We poor sailors are skipping up the top, while the landowners lie down below, 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 while the landowners lie down below. Then up spoke the cook of our gallant ship, and the crazy old butcher was he. I care much more for my pots and my pans than I do for the bottom of the sea. And the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow. We poor sailors are skipping up the top, while the landowners lie down below, 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 while the landowners lie down below. Then up spoke the cabin boy of our gallant ship, and a fine-spoken lad was he. He said, I have a sweetheart in Salem by the sea, but tonight she'll be weeping for me. And the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow, and we poor sailors are skipping up the top, while the landowners lie down below, 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 while the landowners lie down below. And the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow, and we poor sailors are skipping up the top, while the landowners lie down below, 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 while the landowners lie down below. And we're off. Well, folks, I wish all our American friends very best for the next few years under Joe Biden's administration. And as I mentioned before, we ventured down to North Carolina a lot since around 2010. And that particular state is where Tom Dooley came from, and Tom Dooley. And I played on a festival down there 2018 in a place called Happy Valley, where Pat and Kate Crouch come from. And it's a really beautiful festival called the Happy Valley Fiddlers Convention. And when things get back to normal, you should go and treat yourself. It's a fantastic place, Kathleen, isn't it?
Oh, it is, yeah. Loved
Well,
it.
Laura Foster was reputedly the victim of Tom Dooley in The Love Triangle and Murder Ballad, and Kingston Trio, of course. The name got changed from Tom Dooley to Dooley but Dooley was his name locally, and a place called Tom Dooley Road, and where he's buried and so forth. But where the festival is held, that's where his victim Laura Foster is buried, and there's a lot of storytelling going on there during the Labour Day weekend. Some ghost stories and the story of Laura Foster, and this song's brought back to my mind again. I've sang it a few times in North Carolina, and by Charlie McGettigan, one of our great prolific singer-songwriters. He did a lovely concert. He's doing, I think, one is weekly, Kathleen, I think
it's weekly, I'm not sure, but
I'll post it. I've shared his first one. Really love Charlie's stuff, and he did a lovely version of this, so it brought it back to my mind. And you can sing it with me, folks. Big hit for the Kingston Trio back in the 60s, and many more as well. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley, hang down your head and cry. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley, poor boy, you're bound to die. Come on together. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley, hang down your head and cry. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley, poor boy, you're bound to die. I met her on the mountain, the day I took her life. I met her on the mountain, stopped her with my knife. All together. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley, hang down your head and cry. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley, oh boy, you're bound to die. Together. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley, hang down your head and cry. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley, oh boy, you're bound to die. This time tomorrow, reckon where I'll be. If it hadn't been for Graceland, I'd be in Tennessee. Hang down your head, hang down your head, Tom Dooley, hang down your head and cry. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley, oh boy, you're bound to die. And again, hang down your head, Tom Dooley, hang down your head and cry. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley, oh boy, you're bound to die. This time tomorrow, reckon where I'll be. Down in some lonesome valley, hanging from a white oak tree. Come on! Hang down your head, Tom Dooley, hang down your head and cry. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley, oh boy, you're bound to die. One more time. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley, hang down your head and cry. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley, oh boy, you're bound to die. There we go. Were they singing, Kathleen? Could you hear them singing?
oh
Yeah?
yes, loud and clear.
Good. Okay, we're singing a few American songs for all our friends, and as I say, hopeful for the future, and from a point of view of COVID in particular, I hope everything eventually peters out and we can all meet you again. And that was an American song, of course. The next one is written by an Irishman, one of my favourite Irish singer-songwriters. He's well known, or better known these days, as Luca Bloom. He was christened Barry Moore, brother to Christy. And I remember when I was going to Carlow back in the 1980s to college, Barry Moore was performing in the pub there. And this Tully's pub was a Kathleen.
Twice as far as I remember, I think it was.
Well, this is one that Christy brought over years, many years ago, and I've been singing it ever since. And as we all know, there was a lot of immigration from Ireland to different parts of the world. And this particular case was from Donegal, and they ended up in the city of Chicago. And that's what the song's called. Left during the famine and ended up trying to make a better life for themselves. In the city of Chicago, as the evening shadows fall, they were people dreaming of the hills of Donegal. In 1847 was the year it all began. Deadly pains of hunger drove 1 million from the land. They journeyed not for glory, the motive wasn't greed, a voyage of survival across the stormy sea. To the city of Chicago, as the evening shadows fall, there are people dreaming of the hills of Donegal. But some of them knew fortune, some of them knew fame, more of them knew hardship and died upon the plain. They spread throughout the nation, rode the railroad cars, they brought their songs and music to ease their lonely hearts. To the city of Chicago, as the evening shadows fall, there are people dreaming of the hills of Donegal. In 1847 was the year it all began, when deadly pains of hunger drove 1 million from the land. They journeyed not for glory, their motive wasn't greed, a voyage of survival across the stormy sea. To the city of Chicago, as the evening shadows fall, there are people dreaming of the hills of Donegal. In the city of Chicago, as the evening shadows fall, there are people dreaming of the hills of Donegal, of the hills of Donegal, of the hills of Donegal. Thank you, folks. Dedicate that to my daughter Emma and Kevin. And say no more Kathleen. I got myself in a bit of a busy couple of weeks ago. Sorry about that, Kevin. I haven't seen you since in the flesh, so well, sorry, that was the right thing to say, you know. I haven't seen you since. Keep going. Dig that whole part, yeah. Send that one out to Dave Madden as well, and all the folks down in Timoleague. Great place called Timoleague down in West Cork. If things open back up again, find your way down there and you won't be disappointed with the place and the people and the crack. as to say. And Dave, great Christy Moore fan, and that one, as I said, was brought to my ears first by Christy, even though I'd heard Barry singing prior to that. And the next one is another song that was brought to my ears by Christy Moore, and written by Wally Page. It's called This Is the Day. I'll send this one out to Sabine out there in Munich. Thank you, Sabine, for being so loyal, and say hello to all our friends out there in Germany. Guten Abend, and that's about as much German as I have, Kathleen. Danke.
Okay.
Learned it from her grandpa and her grandma. This is the day the fisherman likes, and so do I. When the rain puts a shine on the chestnut spikes, and the curlews cry, the nightingale sings her best. We'll drink a pint at Hamilton's Rest, and the girl I love wore a muslin dress. The fishermen dream of the sun in the west. So do I. So do I. Now I can see, since the girl that I loved dearly has cast her loving spell on me. And this is the day the cuckoo likes, and so do I. When the rain puts a shine on the chestnut spikes, and so do I. Hidden beach where boats can't go and mountain rivers overflow, I hear the squealing of the seagulls as off home they go. So do I. So do I. Now I can see, since the girl that I loved dearly has cast her loving spell on me, I'll cross the 7 oceans, forevermore I'll wander till she has cast her loving spell on me. This is the day the fisherman likes, so do I. When the rain puts a shine on the chestnut spikes, and so do I. Nightingale sings her best. We drink a pint at Hamilton's Rest, and the girl I love wore a muslin dress. The fishermen dream of the sun in the west. So do I. So do I. Now since the girl that I loved dearly has cast her loving spell on me. This is the day the fisherman likes, and so do I. Thank you folks. Well, the beard is 10 weeks old, folks, this week. I had a goatee for about, how long, Kathleen? 20 years?
20 at least.
So I'm leaving it grow. I cut the hair this evening. I dived in and cut the hair. I was kind of pushed into it, really, by someone who shall remain nameless.
I'll own up.
Guilty.
It was me.
Guilty. Okay. What do you think, folks? Now, ladies, don't be telling me that it's too long and I have to cut it, because I'm going to have to leave it grow this far, so I'm going to leave it grow for at least another 10 weeks. It'll be nearly Christmas at that stage, Kathleen.
Oh, stop.
But I've got an old photograph of me when I was about 22, Kathleen, was it?
Yeah.
At 22, and if this COVID thing goes on, I might shave it off for charity on the show some night. Would that be a good idea? Throw all your comments in there, folks, and I'll try and answer them all later on. Doesn't matter if it's 400 or 100, doesn't matter, or 25, and we'll have some fun, because we just have to lighten the mood these days and try and make a bit of fun with stuff. And so, Kathleen, what do you like best about the beard?
It's soft, and especially you keep it very
Take
clean.
it easy, don't take your time before you answer. And it's what? What did I say about
You
it?
keep it exceptionally clean, I have to say. You wash and condition
My
it.
beard, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
Pat,
okay,
please.
Okay, hope everyone was enjoying themselves, and let's just sing this one a lot in the pub scene before, and especially requested by Americans, and it's a great song about Molly Malone in Dublin. I sent it out to Carmel up there, and all our Dublin friends, and if there's more than one in the bubble where you are at the moment, folks, you can just join hands and sway to this one. Sing it. In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, I first set my eyes on sweet Molly Malone, as she wheeled her wheelbarrow to the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, together. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She was a fishmonger, sure it was no wonder, so who were her father and mother before? They both wheeled their barrows to the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Let's go. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She died of a fever, no one could save her, and that was the end of sweet Molly Malone. Now her ghost wheels her barrow to the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, together. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Let's go again. In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty, I first set my eyes on sweet Molly Malone, as she wheeled her wheelbarrow to the streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Here we go. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. Come on, sway left to right. Alive, alive, oh, right to left. Alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, vessels alive, alive, oh. Here we go. I mentioned Sabine and all our other friends in Germany as well, and of course our friends in the Netherlands, Switzerland, Belgium, and France, and I'm leaving someone out, Kathleen, and of course UK, Alan. Is Alan in on board?
He's on board and
Alan.
done.
Over our loyal listeners, thank you, Alan. Very
Tom
much.
and
Great.
Angela, Tom Jenkins, Angela Russell.
Tom Jenkins, another great musician, and Angela Russell, our friend from Birmingham.
They're the ones I can see because they're my friends with
Sheila and Sam are usually quiet until the end. All right, Sheila, you stay quiet until the last half an hour.
Sheila's always quiet.
Ah, she is, yeah. Okay, I'm going to do the next one for Tom Coughlin up there in Dublin. We'll stay in Dublin for the next one, but Tom is a Cork man, true and true, aren't you, Tom? Verify that, please. And so you can imagine when he's a Cork man, he's looking for a North Carolina song, just to confuse you more. And this one written by our friend Uwe Kruger, UV, and Kruger Brothers on every weekend. And as I mentioned before, for those of you who haven't heard of the Kruger Brothers, please look in at them on Fridays and Saturdays, midnight Irish time. Just look up Kruger, K-R-U-G-E-R Brothers. And over the last 7 or 8 weeks, Kathleen, they're doing a cooking show.
That's correct.
On Sundays. It's great fun. And when I say it's great fun, the food looks delicious. They're not just pretty pictures of playing good music. They seem to be able to cook spectacularly as well. So please tune in tomorrow. What time is that, Kathleen?
6 hour
Irish
time. Yes, 6 hour
o'clock in
time.
the evening Irish time. Kruger Brothers and cooking. I think it's about 40 minutes, Kathleen?
Yeah, about 40, 45, I think, yeah, roughly.
Anyway, those boys left Switzerland. I think they were born in Germany. You might verify that. And spent most of their growing up years and some of their latter years in Switzerland, and then decided to up lock, stock and barrel and move to North Carolina in 2003. I'm from Dripsey here, as most of you know, folks, and that's where I saw the Kruger Brothers first in the late 90s, in our local pub here. My sister owned it at the time. Well, this is a song that UV wrote when he went to America around 2010. I think he wrote the song, and called Carolina in the Fall, especially for Tom. I really love this song as well. All the places I have been to, all the things that I have seen, since I left my home to wander when I was just 15. Though the traveling was easy, still sometimes the road got rough, and by the time that I turned 35, I thought I'd seen enough. But for me to settle down a while was not what God had planned. So one more time I left my home with my suitcase in my hand. Though the journey took me far and wide across the deep blue sea, and now I know since I've been there where I was meant to be. And I've seen sunsets on the ocean, seen the desert bloom, drove the endless highways beneath the prairie moon. Yet the picture in my mind I see when I think about it all is the color of the leaves in Carolina in the fall. 30 years I've sang the songs Doc has taught to me, and the things that he would sing about I never dreamed I'd see. In the hills of Carolina, folks have opened up the door, and for the first time in my life I'm not a stranger anymore. And I've seen sunsets on the ocean, I've seen the desert bloom, drove the endless highways beneath the prairie moon. In the picture in my mind I see and I think about it all is the color of the leaves, Carolina in the fall. The picture in my mind I see when I think about it all is the color of the leaves in Carolina in the fall. Thank you, folks, thank you. And one of my favourite songs as well, Tom. I love songs that tell a real story, and I don't say simply, but very soulful. And thank you, Yuvi. As a matter of fact, this pick I'm holding, Yuvi gave me this pick one of the last times I saw him, and hopefully they'll come up to Ireland. They've played in Ireland a few times. Hopefully they'll come back again when things get better. And if you see them, please go and support their absolute astounding musicianship and songwriting and compositions. Fantastic. Enough said. And okay, next one is for Heather Reid. She asks for this song most weeks, Kathleen, doesn't she?
She does, she loves it.
She loves it, so do I. But Tom asks for the Carolinas. That's a song you could sing practically every week, but I have to leave you a bit hungry at times. I think Heather wouldn't mind if I sang this twice every night, Kathleen, would she?
I don't think so. I'd say she won't complain.
For those of you who haven't heard me introduce this song before, I heard it from the singing of Liam Clancy and Tommy Makem a Clancy duo back in the 80s in particular, and beautiful song called The Queen of Connemara. It's about a hooker.
Rephrase that now, or explain what it is.
Well, what is it, Kathleen? What's
a boat.
Hooker? What's a boat? Okay. It's a certain type of sailboat, an elegant looking sailboat, and like all hookers, I mean boats, they're all elegant, and this one was called The Queen of Connemara, and what we'll do with reasonable justice, Heather, you can decide for yourself. She doesn't ask for it again, Kathleen, I know it's not good enough. Oh, my boat can safely float in the heat of wind and weather, and outsail the fastest hooker between Galway and Kinsale. When the black floor of the ocean and the white foam rush together, she will ride in her pride like a seagull through the gale. Oh, she's neat, oh, she's sweet, she's a beauty, every line. The Queen of Connemara is that bounding bark of mine. When she's loaded down with fish till the water lifts her gun, not a drop she'll take on board her that would wash a flag away. From the fleet she slips out swiftly, like a greyhound from her kennel, and she'll land her silvery store the first in Owl's Kenvara Quay. Oh, she's neat, oh, she's sweet, she's a beauty, every line. The Queen of Connemara is that burning bark of mine. There's a light shines out afar, and it keeps me from dismaying when the skies are dark above us and the seas roll white with foam. In the cotton Connemara there's a wife and wee ones praying to the one who walked the waters once to bring us safely home. Oh, she's neat, oh, she's sweet, she's a beauty, every line. The Queen of Connemara is that bounding bark of mine. Oh, she's neat, oh, she's sweet, she's a beauty, every line. The Queen of Connemara is that bounding bark of mine. Especially for Heather. I know Heather's mom looks in occasionally, if not every night as well. So hello to Heather's mom. Forget her name again. Remind us, Heather, and I hope you like that, especially for you. And it's a beautiful song. We're going to stay in Galway for the next one. This one is especially for Kathleen. She asked me for this one this evening, and I think Kathleen's friend Joan O'Reilly likes this one as well, and so do I. Every time I say so do I think of the song, Kathleen.
I know.
This is the day, so do I. And this one was written by Richard Thompson, and great English singer-songwriter, and it took me a while to get to grips with this one, as I explained before. And it's all about a lady who's 20 years happily married, and she wants to go and visit Elvis. She's madly in love with Elvis Presley, as most of us are, and but she sneaks off in the middle of the night and finds her way to Graceland, USA, to be with the king. From Galway to Graceland. I love Richard Thompson's version, and Sean Kane's of course as well. She dressed in the dark, and she whispered amen. She was pretty in pink, like a young girl again. 20 years married, but she never thought twice. She sneaked out the door and walked into the night. Silver wings carried her over the sea, from the west coast of Ireland to West Tennessee, to be with her sweetheart. She left everything, from Galway to Graceland, to be with the king. From tattooed on her breast. And when they landed in Memphis, well, her heart beat so fast. She had dreamed for so long, now she'd see him at last. She was down by his graveside day after day. Come closing time, they would pull her away to be with her sweetheart. She'd left everything, from Galway to Graceland, to be with the king. From Galway to Graceland, to be with the king. Oh, they came in their thousands from the whole human race to pay their respects at his last resting place. Ah, but blindly she knelt there, and she told him her dreams, and she thought that he answered, or that's how it seemed. They dragged her away, it was handcuffs this time. She said, my good man, are you out of your mind? Don't you know that we're married? See, I'm wearing his ring. From Galway to Graceland, to be with the king. From Galway to Graceland, to be with the king. I've come from Galway to Graceland, to be with the king. Sad. It's lovely. Okay.
Bridget is Heather's mum's name.
Bridget.
Remember it now.
Is she looking in tonight?
She is indeed.
Hi, Bridget. Heather must be very young, so is she? Bridget, I know Bridget's in her early 50s, so that makes Heather probably 33 or something.
That's all. Or younger, I'd say.
She looks at least 33, I think. I'm sorry to be so blunt to Heather. I know she can take a joke because she comes up with, you know what she comes up with is at times, or you know, the little bit emojis and emojis that mean something. So don't get too rude with me, you know. Here goes one for friends of ours, Dave and Pam, and also Steve and Tina Merrick. And if we were back gigging again, I know they'd be at some of the gigs. And this one I know means a lot to Steve, and it's from the singing of Christy Moore, and written by Cork man Jimmy McCarthy. We claim him as a Cork man born in Macroom. And diaspora, we think about people who have emigrated and maybe not getting on too well. It happens all the time through all the centuries, all the decades. This one is about a guy who's emigrated to England, to London, as a matter of fact. Could be anywhere, of course. And he's gotten too ashamed to tell the folks at home that things are not going that well, and he ends up homeless on the Charing Cross Bridge in a cardboard box. That's the basis of the story. Great song. Thank you. In 1900 1886. There's not much for its shippy or swinging the pig. You can't live on love and on love alone. So you sail across the ocean or wade across the foam. So where you're a Paddy, a Biddy or a Mick, good for nothing but stacking the brick. Your best mate's a spade and he carries a halt, and two workhorses heavily shod. Oh, I'm missing you. You've all for the price of the flight. Oh, I'm missing you under Piccadilly's neon. Who did you murder, or are you a spy? I'm just fond of a drink, helps me laugh, helps me cry. I just drink Red Biddy for a permanent high. I laugh a lot less and I cry till I die. Oh, I'm missing you. I give all for the price of the flight. Oh, I'm missing you under Piccadilly's neon. All you young people, now take my advice. Before crossing the ocean, you'd better think twice. You can't live without love alone. And the proofs around London in the nobody zone. The summer is fine, but the winter's a fridge, wrapped up in old cardboard on the Charing Cross Bridge. And you never go home now because of the shame of a misfit's reflection on the shop window pane. Oh, I'm missing you. I give all for the price of the flight. Oh, I'm missing you under Piccadilly's neon. And oh, I'm missing you. I give all for the price of the flight. Oh, I'm missing you under Piccadilly's neon. Thank you very much, folks. Thank you. As I mentioned, we'll do a couple more American songs this evening, and this one was the one that Woody Guthrie wrote that became an unofficial anthem, and it was sang again at the inauguration this time. And particularly I remember the one that Pete Seeger and Bruce Springsteen did back, and also Pete's grandson, back in 2008, was it? At Obama's first inauguration. My land, don't care. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. I roamed and rambled, followed my footsteps to the golden sands of your sparkling deserts, and all around me the voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. The sun comes shining as I was strolling, the wheat fields waving, dust clouds rolling, the fog was lifting, and a voice came chanting. This land was made for you and me. All together. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I went walking, I saw a sign there, and on that sign said, no trespassing. And on the other side, it didn't say nothing. Now that side was made for you and me. All together. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. One more time. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Good luck, America. Kathleen, you asked for the next one, another American song, and it's called "Bury Me Beneath the Willow." And we'll get a bit of poignant, Kathleen. I sat my first few willow trees at the end of last year, so you know where to bury me, Kathleen.
Or me.
I'm after starting digging the hole already. My heart is sad and I am lonely, for the only one I love. When will I see her? Oh, oh, never. Will we meet in heaven above? All together. So bury me beneath the willow, under the weeping willow tree, so she will know where I am sleeping, and perhaps she'll weep for me. She told me that she dearly loves me. How could I believe it untrue? Until the angels gently whispered, she will prove untrue to you. So bury me beneath the willow, under the weeping willow tree, so she will know where I am sleeping, and perhaps she'll wait for me. Tomorrow was her wedding day. How could I believe it untrue? Until the angels gently whispered, she will prove true to you. Bury me beneath the willow, under the weeping willow tree, so she will know where I am sleeping, and perhaps she'll weep for me. Tomorrow is her wedding day. Oh where can she be? She's all the courting with another, and no longer cares for me. So bury me beneath the willow, under the weeping willow tree, so she will know where I am sleeping, and perhaps she'll weep for me. One more time. So bury me beneath the willow, under the weeping willow tree, so she will know where I am sleeping, and perhaps she'll weep for me, and perhaps she'll weep for me. Got 2 verses for the price of 1 there, Kathy. I haven't sang with a while, but I got there in the end. Thank you. Mickey McConnell, originally from north of Ireland, lives in the Stole with many years, and this is a song. I keep on mentioning Christy Moore, but he's been a great source of songs for folk singers like me, and this one is a lovely song called Only Our Rivers Run Free, and it's kind of an anti-war song really, and dedicate this to all the folks up in the north of Ireland, and all the folks down the south of course as well, and any Christy Moore fans that might be listening in this evening, which I assume are a multitude, because he's such a popular guy, and rightly so. When apples do grow in December, when blossoms still bloom from each tree, when leaves are still green in December, it's then that our land will be free. I wander her hills and her valleys, still through my sorrow I see a land that has never known freedom, and only her rivers run free. I'll drink to the death of her manhood, those men who never had died, and to live in the cold chains of bondage, to bring back their rights were denied. Where are you now when we need you? What burns where the flame used to be? Are you gone like the snows of last winter, and will only our rivers run free? I'll drink to the deaths of our manhood, Those men would rather have died than to live in the cold chains of bondage, to bring back their rights were denied. Where are you now when we need you? What burns where the flame used to be? Are you gone like the snows of last winter? And will only our rivers run free? How sweet is life when we're crying, how mellow the wine but we're dry, how fragrant the rose but it's dying, how gentle the breeze but it sighs. What good is in youth when it's aging? What joy is in eyes that can't see? When there's sorrow and sunshine and flowers, and still only our rivers run free. Still only our rivers run free. Thank you, folks. Thank you. Well, the next two songs I'm going to sing are written by myself, for better or for worse, but this one was requested by Liz Armstrong from Dublin, and I think you like it as well, Kathleen. And,
I sure do.
Dedicate this to Emma as well, who's she got the last line of the chorus as a tattoo on her thigh, unknown to me, and came home and showed it to me, and I almost fell on the floor, but I didn't. I stayed strong. About 5 weeks after I released the song, so thank you, Emma. And basically, I mentioned before, my father was 52 years older than I, and he'd be 109 if he lived now, so I can work out what age I am, roughly, by that. But one of his favourite sayings was, take every day in itself, and he loved the song there. I think it was written or co-written by Chris Christopherson, One Day at a Time, big hit here in Ireland as well, and take one day at a time. And so that's where that could be where my inspiration came from. The next song, I call it Moving On, and it's moving on through your life. It sounds a little poignant, but it's just moving on through anyone's life normally. No disasters to speak of. First we came into this world, dependent we were born. A mother nursed and nourished us for people to adorn. From a little tiny baby, we started soon to grow. Alertness soon developing, our face sweet and aglow. Moving on throughout our lives to fulfill our dreams is what living is about, at least that's what it seems. If you've contentment, health and love, well then your soul is blessed. So make the most of every moment and live life to its best. As we move on through our childhood, we continue to learn, striving for good things in life, for success we yearn. Confused and sometimes wondering what life is all about, when things that can confront us will often cast a doubt. There's moving on throughout our lives to fulfill our dreams. It's what living is about, at least that's what it seems. If you've contentment, health and love, well then your soul is blessed. So make the most of every moment and live life to its best. It's time to find a partner to live with and to love, someone that's compatible and fits just like a glove. It's not as easy as you see, but build on what you've got. Trust and care and honesty, you must give it your best shot. Us moving on throughout our lives to fulfill our dreams. It's what living is about, at least that's what it seems. If you've contentment, health and love, well then your soul is blessed. So make the most of every moment and live life to its best. Soon the children come along and change your way of life. They must fit in somewhere between you and your wife. They would sometimes try and test you to your patience end. You wouldn't change a thing about them, cause they become your friend. Cause moving on throughout our lives to fulfill our dreams is what living is about, at least that's what it seems. If you've contentment, health and love, well then your soul is blessed. So make the most of every moment and live life to its best. Growing old is part of life, with this you must contend. Your given time upon this earth will reach its fated end. So do the best you can in life until you're called away. Tomorrow it may never come, so live life for today. Moving on throughout our lives to fulfill our dreams is what living is about, at least that's what it seems. If you've contentment, health and love, well then your soul is blessed. So make the most of every moment and live life to its best. So make the most of every moment and live life to its best. Never so true these days, I suppose, and we hope everyone is keeping well out there, folks, and you're staying safe and staying healthy. And so as I mentioned last week, Dripsey is where I come from in mid-Cork. We live here, and I've grown up here all my life. And as I mentioned last week, there was a War of Independence here back in 1919 to 21, and there was after that, then next year we'll be commemorating the Civil War, which unfortunately happened due to the treaty, and two sides of the people here in the Republic decided to square up. But that's for another day. The Dripsey Ambush took place 28th of January 1921, so that means next Thursday is the 100th anniversary of the Dripsey Ambush. There was a song written about it before. I'm going to try and sing that one tonight too. I don't know it that well, but I'll sing it and give you a flavour of what happened. But basically the song tells the story. The ambush was planned and the word got out that it was going to take place, and the British found out and came in their multitudes, and luckily there was a few injured at the ambush, but none killed at the ambush, but there was 5 executed later. And a lady by the name of Mrs. Lindsay gave the game away, and herself and her chauffeur Clark were eventually captured by the IRA, and they were executed as well. And This is my new song, the Dripsey Ambush. It's available on Bandcamp. It'll be easy to find me. Just Google Pat Kelleher Bandcamp. You can get either the physical CD or you can download it or listen to it as well. On the 28th of January in the year of 21, the IRA were ready with uniform and gun. 'Twas a bitter Friday morning, just before daylight. Near Godfrey's Cross they gathered and waited for the fight. The British were expected and the ambush it was planned. An escape route was agreed and now the wait began. But Mrs. Lindsay knew before and gave the game away. The British, they were well prepared and now we're on their way. Here comes the chorus. All you who fought in Dripsey on that cold January day, some gave your lives for freedom and others got away. Your deeds will be remembered in our country's history. Your brave and gallant men that helped to set old Ireland free. The local priest had warned them that the British were aware. The IRA did not believe and kept on waiting there. Then they saw the British coming and they knew it spelt defeat. Then the IRA commander gave the order to retreat. Many managed to escape through local fields and glen. 8 IRA were captured and 2 local men. 5 were sentenced for to die by British firing squad on the 28th of February to be sent to meet their God. All you who fought in Dripsey on that cold January day, some gave your lives for freedom and others got away. Your deeds will be remembered in our country's history. Your brave and gallant men have helped to set old Ireland free. Now Lindsay, she was captured with her chauffeur Clark, and then were taken hostage upon the mountains dark. But Lindsay's letter was ignored. They shot the sentenced men. In Cork jail they were laid to rest. We won't see their likes again. The IRA they killed them. Lindsay and her chauffeur Clark were destined for to die. The IRA they killed them into a common grave to lie. Her body it was disinterred and never was returned. On the night after they both were killed, our Leamount house was burned. All you who fought in Dripsey on that cold January day, some gave your lives for freedom and others got away. Your deeds will be remembered in our country's history. Your brave and gallant men have helped to set old Ireland free. Your brave and gallant men have helped to set old Ireland free. Dripsey Ambush, if things were normal, I know there would be a fantastic commemoration ceremony there. And just about a week ago, was it, Kathleen, there was footage of the 50th anniversary put up.
That's correct.
Really good footage. If you look it up in YouTube, Dripsey Ambush 50th anniversary, so that was 1971. And unfortunately, with COVID, things are not going to be like like we'd like them to be. But I've gone to the commemoration ceremony every year. No, I haven't gone every year myself, but it's on every year, and I've gone several years since my childhood. And my father, as a matter of fact, appears on the footage.
That's
I can
right.
get 1 minute and 31 seconds or something like that. So. And the next song is a song called "Where the Dripsey Waters Flow." I've heard people like Jackie Lennon singing this one, but never actually got the air correct. And one person that used to talk about this song was Charlie Madden, God rest his soul. I said to Charlie one day, he said, what's the air of it? And he sang it to the air of the Irish Soldier Boy. So I'm going to try that. One Friday morning in January, the boys from far and near assembled down at Godfrey's Cross, an ambush to prepare. They were from Dripsey Valley and famed old Dunamore, who had come to fight for Ireland, where the Dripsey waters flow. Long and patiently they waited there, though the day was bitter cold. Little they knew that behind their backs the ambush had been sold, that a traitor walked amongst them, but this they did not know, as they waited for the British, where the Dripsey waters flow. At 4 o'clock the British came, and they were well prepared. With rifles and machine guns they surrounded the volunteers. But the lads were brave and daring, and they made the gallant show, as they proudly faced the foe that day, where the British water, where the Dripsey waters flow. God's angels must have guarded them, for the bullets fell like rain. The soldiers then pursued, trying to capture them in vain. The bravest of them waited to leave their comrades go, and they were shot and captured where the Dripsey waters flow. And now my song is ended, but I have one word to say. It's cursed be every traitor who gave the show away. May every son of Cromwell be banished from our shore, and may God protect the rebels to make Ireland free once more. And may God protect the rebels to make Ireland free once more. That's just the other song, the only other song I know about the British and the Dripsey Ambush that took place, and maybe there's some more, but I don't think there is. And I'd like to say hello to some folks in the United States, and wishing you very well. And Tom and Patty Kennedy, our hosts in Massachusetts, and Mary O'Leary in Boston, of course, and our good friend Mary Carter from near Salt Lake City, Utah, and our other house concert host down there in Bethesda and Maryland, Beth Salon, hello to you as well, and Rick Pilleri up in Vermont, and Bernie Sanders country, and Bernie was here earlier, as you know, keeping my chair warm for me. He's a great man. And, took it all in fun. He's more famous now than he ever was, I think. Next week, folks, next week I'm going to be doing a double special, singing the songs of Luke Kelly and Pete Seeger. Luke, his anniversary will actually be on the day, the 30th of January of his death, and he died in 1984, so it's going to be, whatever that is, 37 years ago, I think. And Pete Seeger died on the 27th of January in 2014, so that's 7 years ago. Pete was 94, around 94 I think, and unfortunately Luke was only 43, he didn't even make his 44th birthday. They both played the long neck 5-string banjo, and as a matter of fact Pete invented the extra 3 frets. He initially added 2 frets and then eventually 3 frets, and Luke played a long neck banjo for most of his career as well, maybe not in the very early years. And so I'll be doing a cross section of songs, and Luke was influenced by Pete Seeger, I know that as well. And Pete appeared as a guest to the Dubliners back in the 60s in Dublin, and Luke says he learned the song Joe Hill from a record of Pete Seeger. So it's amazing how the folk community can be kind of influenced by each other and can be smaller than you think. And but anyway, that's next week is going to be Luke Kelly special and Pete Seeger together, and the Dripsey Ambush, of course, will next Thursday will be the 100th anniversary, so we'll do that, my song, next. That'll be the only exception next weekend. And so again, wish all our American friends the very best for the next few years, and hopefully this COVID thing is going to be at least got under control. I'm not sure whether we're going to find a complete answer or not, but let's hope we will. And so let's do this one for all our American friends, folks. Hope you're all keeping good. Riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central, Monday morning rain. 15 cars and 15 restless riders, 3 conductors and 25 sacks of mail. All along the southbound Odyssey, train pulls out at Kankakee, rolls along past houses, farms and fields. Passing trains that have no names, freight yards full of old grey men, and the graveyards of the rusted automobiles. Together. Good morning, America, how are you? See, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm a train they call the city of New Orleans. I've been gone 500 miles when the day is done. Dealing cards with the old men in the club car, penny pointing, no one keeping score. Pass the paper bag that holds the bottle, and feel those wheels rumbling the floor. Sons of plowman porters, sons of engineers, by their daddy's magic carpet made of steel. Mothers with their babes asleep, walking to that gentle beat, and the rhythm of the rails is all they feel. Good morning, America, how are you? See, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I've been gone 500 miles when the day's done. that time on the city of New Orleans, changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee. Halfway home and we'll be there by morning, to the Mississippi darkness rolling down to the sea. And all the towns and people seem to fade into a bad dream, and the steel rails still ain't heard the news. And the conductor sings his song again, passengers, please refrain, this train's got the disappearing railroad blues. Good night. Good night, America, how are you? You say, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I've been gone 500 miles from the day is done. One more time. Good night, America, how are you? Say, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I've been gone 500 miles from the day is done. I've been gone 500 miles from the day is done. I've been gone 500 miles from the day is done. Okay, folks, we're coming towards the end, and thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it so much, and as I say, I hope you're keeping very well. And for myself and Kathleen, we just like doing this every Saturday night, and hope you like us doing it. And as I said, next week is going to be Pete Seeger, Luke Kelly special, joined into one, two great guys, and left a big mark impression, a good one on me, for sure. And so this next one was requested by Angela Russell over there in Birmingham. It's another American song, and I know that Jackie, what's her name? Really, Newton Ridley, is it?
Yeah, Shelby, is it? No.
Shelby.
I'm getting confused.
She knows who she is. Also to Brant and to is it Julie? I don't know. What's her name again? Catching me there, Kathleen. She's got Brant written up on the whiteboard.
I can't get sick and it won't come to me either.
Jill.
Jill, spot on.
Our cruise friends, and thank you for looking in regularly. We appreciate it. We'll get down to Florida one of these days, God willing. Okay, from the great John Denver. Almost heaven, West Virginia, the ridge and mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is older, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, rolling like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country road. All my memories gather round her, mine is a lady, strangers to the water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, a misty taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eyes. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama, will take me home, country roads. I hear a voice in the morning, she calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get the feeling that I should have been home yesterday, yesterday. Country roads take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, let's go again. Country roads take me home to the place that I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads take me home, down country roads. Thank you, folks. We wish all our friends in the United States and down in North Carolina, of course, as well. John and Melissa Dooley, and to Patrick K. Crouch, Donna and Michael Fox,
Tony and Jenny.
Tony and Jenny, West leaving out Kathleen, Maura Shipman and Denny. There's obviously a lot more, but we think of all of our American friends for sure, and also our friends here in Ireland, Dripsey and surrounds, and the single, the Dripsey Ambush, is in local radio stations, folks, so don't hesitate to request it and get a little bit of airplay. I appreciate it if you'd ring in and look for it. I think it's going to be on John, what's his name again, John Paul McNamara's. He contacted me looking for the CD or the MP3, and so it's going to be on the radio tomorrow, I think, for the first time. So and we wish all the committee, Dripsey Ambush committee, very best for next Thursday. Whatever they're going to do, it's probably going to be small, and remember all those who fought and died for our liberty. And in the meantime, folks, keep good, keep well. Am I forgetting anything, Kathleen? If I'm forgetting anything, folks, I apologise, and or forgetting anyone, to mention anyone or any folks. Thanks for supporting live music, and we'll sing a anthem before I leave you, and this one was co-written by Pete Seeger, suggested by Dave Sheehan out there in Kildare. Hi Dave, to you and your family. When we look and we see things are not what they should be, God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Now when we look and we see things are not what they should be, God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, me and you. It's time to turn things around, trickle up, not trickle down. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. It's time to turn things around, trickle up, not trickle down. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, me and you. What we do now, you and me, will affect eternity. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. What we do now, you and me, will affect eternity. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, me and you. When there's big problems to be solved, let's get everyone involved. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. When there's big problems to be solved, Let's get everyone involved. God's counting on me. God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull through. Hoping we'll all pull through. Hoping we'll all pull through. Me and you. Now don't give up. Don't give in. Working together, we all can win. God's counting on me. God's counting on you. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give in. Working together, we all can win. God's counting on me. God's counting on you. Let's go. Hoping we'll all pull through. Hoping we'll all pull through. Hoping we'll all pull through. Me and you. Now when we sing with younger folks, we can never give up hope. God's counting on me. God's counting on you. Now when we sing with younger folks, we can never give up hope. God's counting on me. God's counting on you. Let's go. Hoping we'll all pull through. Hoping we'll all pull through. Hoping we'll all pull through. Me and you. One more time. Hoping we'll all pull through. Hoping we'll all pull through. Hoping we'll all pull through. Me and you. Keep well, keep safe, folks. Until next week. Thank you from me and from Kathleen as well. Good night to you all, folks.